Hey guys, I'm Jax.
And I'm Victoria.
And you're listening to
Like Totally Random.
All right, so...
We can start this after our long-ass hiatus.
I know. It feels weird.
Ooh.
But like in a good way.
Yeah.
New beginnings.
It's exciting.
It is.
It sounds like a retirement home or...
New beginnings. It's exciting.
Or a, what's it called? A rehab place.
New beginnings.
I feel like that is a rehab place, isn't it? Like in Malibu?
I'm sure it is. 100%. That's like where Lindsay Lohan's going to die.
Probably, yeah.
Poor bitch.
Or whatever, Betty Ford. Is that the one that's really fancy?
She can't afford that shit now.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
She does that chic.
Does she? Does she though?
Oh, my God.
Did you have a good Christmas, a good New Year's?
I got sick for about a month, so it was kind of shit.
Yeah, same dude. Can you hear my voice? Like,
it's awful.
I know.
I got the flu twice in 1 month. I've never wanted to die more.
Seriously.
That's saying a lot. Yeah, it was okay. Nothing crazy. How about you?
Same stuff, family. My daughter only got sick once.
Oh.
But now we're in January, and this will be her second time.
Right.
And then she gets the whole family sick. So, yeah, I'm on that fucking train right now.
I can't even imagine.
Trying to fucking Busan. Yeah, it's death. But it was good. Had a good New Year's Eve. Went with some friends from work.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of looking forward to 2020. I'm getting out of 2019. We had a kind of a hectic 2019, so it's kind of going to be good to relax and enjoy a really chill ride and kind of get some, things in order.
I hope 2020 is better than 2019.
Same.
Or any year before it.
All of the 20s.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
All the
teens, really.
1920s. Hopefully these 20s don't lead to a Great Depression.
Or,
like the last.
Or what was it? Or plagues.
Well,
1820 and 1920 had plagues.
Have you heard of coronavirus?
Yes, dude. That's true.
Dude, that looks legitimately like the start of a zombie apocalypse movie.
It fucking freaks me out.
I heard somebody came through LAX with it.
It's crazy.
That's so scary.
Like, how do you even police that stuff? Like, there's no way to even know.
No. How do you know it's not just a regular flu or cold or whatever?
You can't get, like, one of those things from I Am Legend where they just, like, scan the person's, like, eye.
This is 2020. It's not 2035, okay?
Wow, that's 15 years. When was that movie?
Early 2000s, I think.
I mean, like, when did it take place?
Oh, I don't know. That's a great question.
I don't think it ever says.
I don't think so either. I mean, it has to be after the downfall of man, so we're probably coming up on that.
Do you have any, like, resolutions or anything for this year? What's your goals?
I challenged myself to read 50 books this year.
Oh, my God.
So I'm going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to count. I think I'm going to count audiobooks. Otherwise, it's impossible to do it.
I was about to say, how are you even going to do that?
Yeah, no. I think I'm going to count audiobooks. I'm going to count, like, shorter books, like poetry things and stuff like that. I'm just going to count it.
That's a good idea.
I think as long as I'm reading or involved with a book in some way, I think it counts.
Yeah.
My friend Lexi and I started doing that, and she holds me accountable.
That's good.
She keeps saying, like, how many books have you read? And I hate saying 0. So I'm like, I need to read something so, like, I can get on it. She's already, like, on pace.
What are you on? 0.
0. I'm halfway through a poetry book that I was dying to read. Out of all the Spanish authors, Borges is my favorite, obviously, because he's Argentinian. He's honestly one of the greatest writers I've ever read, in Spanish and in English.
I've never read his stuff before.
Yeah, he's very, like, esoteric, I guess. Like, he's very, like... I don't know how to explain him. I definitely recommend it. His poetry is incredible.
So you're currently on 1.
I'm on part 1.
Okay. You're on page 5.
50. Yeah.
Because that's like 2.5 books a month.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Good luck with that.
Which is doable if I include audiobooks. I just haven't been in an audiobook mood lately.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of fiction podcasts, so if those count, then I think they should.
Speaking of, so apparently, have you seen these things on Instagram now where you, like, put it up to your forehead?
Yes.
Okay, you know they have a cryptids one, right?
Yeah, I did it to you the other day.
Did you?
Yes!
What's wrong with
you got
me?
the, like, black worm thingy.
Oh my God, that's right. Was I drunk?
Did you do it on yourself?
No, I didn't know. I didn't understand how to work it.
You just click and hold, and then it does like...
You have to hold it?
Because you're taking a video.
And this is how
Dude, I wonder what you'll get this time. Also, those videos are so annoying. Nobody cares what Disney character you are.
Dude,
or like,
I am so fucking sick of seeing that. I cannot stand it. Like, also, the only funny one. Okay, so my husband's cousin, we're good friends. She did it to her boyfriend. They lived together, and it was an Office one. Have you seen the Office one?
Yeah.
So she holds it up, and he's standing behind her, and he's like waiting, and he's not really into social media, so he really had no idea what was going on. And so Gabe comes up, and his face is like, cool, and he like walks away. And I was like, that is hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's the only funny one I've actually seen.
No, all of my friends are like, they're like, oh, what Disney character am I? What Hogwarts house am I in? What Harry Potter villain am I?
I want to do the Hogwarts one.
That would be cool. I wonder what it would tell me. Let's see if we can find it. The worst part is they do it on Instagram, so I watch it on their story, and then they put it on Snapchat, so I watch it on their story.
And then they put it on.
I'm like, please, leave me alone.
Sorting hat. There's a sorting hat one.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that one.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay. Ravenclaw. God damn it.
Oh, it got it right.
Slytherin?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Low-key Hufflepuff is. I'd be devastated.
Which car are you?
I like that.
Why though?
See, that's what I mean. Some of them are really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what incredibly specific thing are you? Oh, okay. I want to do probably not quite zero waste because I think that's just like,
Dude,
setting yourself up for failure.
literally.
Yeah.
That's exactly what one of my goals is.
Yeah.
So I think it would be, not to like totally encroach on your thing here, but like we're trying to do zero. I'm trying to do zero waste, and my family's just gonna have to fucking tag along.
Totally.
But like I've downloaded a whole bunch of zero waste, or I've started following a whole bunch of zero waste Instagrams, trying to convert to quite a few things as well.
I mean, I've wanted to do it for ages, and I've implemented things, but it's kind of like there's more that I can do, and I just haven't.
Yeah.
This is weird. I want to get one of those bidet attachments. I'm so fucking excited. They're not expensive.
Instead of toilet paper?
Yeah. They're not expensive at all.
Interesting.
They're like $30.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that one.
It would just be a matter of getting used to it. And if you still want to use toilet paper, you can.
That's true.
But you probably don't need to use quite as much.
For sure.
You know?
I don't mind the wet factor. I think I'm dubious about whether it can actually clean or not.
I'm pretty sure it cleans better than toilet paper. I've been reading a lot about it. You know, as a fellow toilet person, I read a lot of toilet talk. But yeah, it's more effective than toilet paper because toilet paper, you can leave toilet paper behind and other stuff.
That's true. You know? That's very true. So it attaches to your toilet and it comes up from the water bowl?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that's what I couldn't wrap my head around. Okay.
Then you just be splashing yourself.
I was like, it's poop. It's
no.
It's all poop.
No. So basically, it clicks onto the back of your toilet, like the bottom, like where your toilet seat is, back there, and then it attaches. It has a little hose that attaches to the hose that comes up to the tank. So it's all fresh water still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So we've expanded our compost. So I made a compost in like early November, and like we're using it so much it's overflowing now.
I want to start composting again. I used to compost, and then I was like, I don't really know what I can and can't compost. So
I can send you a few links.
Okay, that'd be cool.
I'm all about it.
I want to do it for. I don't know if I can bear to do it for food waste though, like full on food scraps. Because I feel like that gets grody real quick.
That was the biggest thing that held me back for a long time about whether to do it or not. I think it would be difficult for you where you're at right now. I think you definitely do need some sort of...
like an outdoor space.
Yeah. Because it does... if you do it well, it's actually not that gross.
Yeah.
There was no smell to mine. This week there was a smell to mine because I've literally got no more space in my compost thing.
Yeah.
So like we've upgraded, but I haven't been able to transfer it yet. But if you do it right, there's actually not
really
it's not gross. Like I didn't get flies. Like if you do it well, there's no reason to be afraid.
Do you have worms in yours?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to go that route.
No, but
I think eventually I'm going to. Yeah,
I'd
for
rather
sure.
have the worms.
I would too, and that really does cut down on smell.
Yeah, and it makes it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
I was thinking of doing like basically like a plastic thing, putting in some like actual dirt to get started, putting in the worms, then putting my compost on top, and then having a separate one so I can rotate them.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, especially like for the smaller backyard space.
Yeah. I just don't have any like real outdoor space, you know what I mean? And I found, and it sounds so stupid, but like any tiny obstacle that's going to keep you from doing something, you're going to take that excuse.
100%.
Like, so if I were to put it out on my balcony, I'm just not going to do it. Because I know that within myself. I have to keep it in the kitchen.
Oh, so you're going to do it in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Because, like, we're doing transfer right now. So we're taking our food scraps. I actually got this for Christmas. My husband got me, like, a canister.
Oh, yeah. I have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, like, aerated on top.
The ceramic one or the metal one?
Metal one. So, like, I'm just transferring it right to the back. But, yeah. I guess that's brave, I think, in that setting to do it. But worms.
Yeah.
Worms would be
I'm going to work my way up to
situation.
that, I think.
That's the only way I think that would.
No, because I used to compost without them. Okay. Yeah, in my kitchen. Oh, wow. And it was fine. Because those especially, like, not too big, to be honest.
Trash can size or like?
No. It was like pretty small, the thing I had. It was like I don't know how to explain it. Like a couple quarts. Is that how you do this?
Okay, yeah.
Like a storagey bin thing.
Okay.
But it decomposed really quickly.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I had one of those little containers too, and those have the filters in the top.
Yeah.
That one I would keep up on the shelf, not the shelf, on the counter.
Right.
And then the other one I would keep under the sink.
So how would it decompose that quickly? Do you know?
I think because it was just small amounts. I think it just went really quickly.
And what did you have for the brown stuff? Like the brown waste? Not brown waste, but like... So when you do it outside, you have to have like leaves and...
Oh, yeah. I didn't have it. Eggshells was the closest I went.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. Because it has like a phosphorus in it or something like that. Some kind of vitamin-y thingy that makes it really easy to like start the decomposition.
Interesting.
I don't know. It was a long time ago when I started it, and I was like a cool kid and I had time to do shit like that.
But she don't call it or something.
Yeah, literally. So I'm going to start doing that more. But yeah, everything just seems so wasteful. Like this past Christmas, my friends and I decided to get each other experiences instead of buying each other things.
Yeah.
We still got each other little things, but my friend handmade her gifts to us and stuff like that. And I always like doing that. Just because I like making shit anyway. But yeah, even with my like gift wrap and stuff like that, a lot of gift wrap you actually can't recycle.
I know.
Some of it you can, but a lot of it you can't. So I always use that brown paper.
Yeah.
I always use that.
Yeah. That's a really good point because, like, I've started to burn a lot of my stuff, a lot of my paper goods. So instead of, because we recycle them, but we recycle so much now that, like, there's almost no room. So, like, I know a lot of it can't. I'm doing a deeper dive into, like, what cannot actually be recycled.
And the condition it needs to be in to be recycled.
Yeah, and whether it's actually going to be recycled anyways, it's like, probably so not. I know.
That's the thing. So everybody's like, oh, but I recycle. But recycling isn't anything because you have to think about, like, all of the energy and the fossil fuels that are being used, the carbon dioxide that's being, emitted in that process as well. It can only be recycled so many times.
Right.
A lot of cities don't recycle the things you think they recycle.
Not at all.
If you have any kind of liquid in your bottles or any kind of food in anything, it's getting thrown in the trash.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. So I want to definitely like take the steps to totally cut that out.
I just don't know if I could do 100% like 0 to 0 waste. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a big transition.
I mean, I think I'm going to struggle with like drink situations.
Right.
Like water bottles. My husband's really fucking particular about water bottles. Like, but I really want to get into the reusable paper towels. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
I want, like, people make those, and so I was going to have a bit more of a look for those. Like, I think there's things we can do.
Totally.
I just don't think I'm going to be able to do 100%.
Yeah. My mom keeps fucking buying water bottles, and I want to strangle her.
It's hard.
Like, for why? Because you're lazy and you don't want to refill a bottle. It's not that hard. Like, at work, I have literally, like, 3 reusable bottles, and I just keep filling them all.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I just bring them back to my desk because I'm lazy.
I don't... See, so in Simi, there was a really big plant that...
Yeah, the...
I always forget what that one's called.
Rocketine?
Yes. So the water isn't good. And so my husband kind of like searched this out a few years ago and I was like, oh shit, like we can't be drinking this water. And so we kind of feel pigeonholed to not drinking the water, but also not having plastic or the plastic waste.
Is there anything you can do for everybody who doesn't know, there was Rocketdyne was a nuclear power plant or something like that in Simi, and it exploded, and so the radiation leached into the ground.
I mean, really, it leached into everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's like a higher increase of like cancer rates in Simi right after that. I think it's like dispersed a little more now, but still.
I mean, you'd fucking hope so.
You never know.
It doesn't make sense to me how we can live in this sort of day and age, have something like that happen, and not have more of a uproar about it.
I know.
Like, people who talk on, so, like, on Facebook, there's, like, a Simi Valley sites, like, the Mums of Simi Valley one. Like, I'm so surprised that people don't talk about it more.
I think it might have been because it was the age before social media. You know what I mean? Like, it was before the internet was in full swing or anything like that. So I wonder if nobody just...
They fucking got off easy then.
Yeah, totally.
Because, like, when you see people, like, writing about it or whatever on those sites, you kind of are like, ugh, not this again.
Right.
But you're like, this is a thing.
That's what they want you to think. It's the agenda.
I know. It's a lot.
It's insane.
I know.
But I mean, like, is there something like a filtered, some kind of system, like a charcoal filter of some kind that maybe could something? And where does the water come from in Simi? Is there a water table that it comes from, or is it imported from somewhere else? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's from NorCal, if that's what you're thinking.
Because most of our water here is from NorCal.
I'm not sure, actually. And if it is, then I guess that would be better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to research that.
That'd be interesting.
Good point.
Yeah, it'd be good to know. But yeah, I need to do more. And it's like you don't realize how much plastic shit you're using.
Dude, I know.
Like, everything is wrapped in plastic. Every time you buy something, it's wrapped in plastic. The thing that really kills me is Amazon sending multiple boxes.
I know. And there's not the button anymore.
To say all in one box. I know.
What's that about?
I don't know. I think because they have so many different distribution centers and they're like tied to that 2-day thing that they're just like, fuck it, like we're sending whatever.
This is how you're going to get it.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I guess that makes sense from a business
standpoint.
But it's good because the owner of Amazon is really trying to be carbon neutral.
Is he?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's making steps for 2020 to be completely carbon neutral. So, like, there's...
Interesting.
Yeah, there's...
That sounds fake.
Intent, I guess, there. Yeah, but and who's holding him to these?
No. And that's the thing. I feel like, okay, so I'm all for zero waste because I want to do whatever I can. Yeah. But, like, nobody's holding these corporations accountable to anything.
I know.
There was a shift, I think, in, like, the 1950s when plastic became really popular. And then towards the 1970s when people started, like, realizing the environment was getting fucked up. And corporations...
What a fucking quick time. 20 fucking years.
If you think about it, because it went from zero plastic to the invention of plastic, reusable diapers, especially in the 1950s, and, like, the amount of waste that was created. Not only that, but boomers. They were, like, the biggest generation. So all of those diapers, all of that Tupperware, all of that, between the 1950s and the 1970s, of course, it was, like, a... really easy to see, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like this whole media market thing in the 1970s and they like spun it. Basically, a lot of corporations were behind the recycling movement.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So then they basically were like, no, it's you guys. You're not recycling. It's not us.
Right. So. Even though it's like 1% that we're able to recycle in all of like America.
We can't recycle anything. Also, they make it really misleading because they don't tell you. You have to look at the numbers in your recycling thing to see if you recycle it. Or that your county might recycle different than the county next to you, et cetera, et cetera.
I want to print off that table. Or that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to do that. I'm going to do that. So anyways, those are our personal
Zero
goals.
waste.
Podcast goals 2020.
I want to keep podcasting. Keep bringing y'all some sick content.
Some sick beats. I definitely want... I have a vision to have a few guests on the show this year. You know, we certainly have quite a few fans out there. I think it would be really interesting to kind of have various people on here. We're definitely not a guest show.
Yeah, so it would definitely be a different format, but I think it would be interesting. I think it would be exciting.
Yeah, me too.
Something new.
But
yeah, I think we were thinking of doing a couple different formats for some episodes, maybe doing some live episodes for you guys. you know, just something fun to mix it up.
Yeah.
So because of that, we are definitely asking you guys to help support us on Patreon. Everything that you guys give us is going back into the podcast and upgrading our gear, allowing us to do some kind of live event or interesting episodes. You know, we listen to your suggestions. Whatever you guys suggest, we're going to try our hardest to do it, but we ask that you guys help support us in that adventure. So check out our Patreon, patreon.com/liketotallyrandom, and we thank you in advance for your support. Oh, you know what I'm really excited for 2020? All of my fucking favorite shows are coming back.
Lost in Space.
Fuck off. That came out in 2019.
Oh yeah, it did.
Or did it? Or maybe it was 2020.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, was it?
I don't know. It was like...
Why is this the longest month ever?
Dude, literally. And then you know February is going to go by in 2 seconds, and then it's going to be January again.
Yeah, the feels. The feels on that one. What's coming out?
Okay, Elite is coming back in March, I think.
What the fuck is that?
Elite. Okay, so it's a Spanish show, like from España.
Okay.
So they have the accent. It sounds really stupid, but it's really good.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Do you?
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the school.
Yeah. So it's like a high school drama, if you will, but it's not stupid. It's like really good. There's a lot of like twists and turns. You don't know what's going on. The first season starts with a murder. And you don't know who got murdered, you don't know who murdered them, and so the whole season kind of unravels that. And then the second season goes fucking off the rails, and it's so good. I cannot wait to see what happens next.
I'd have to watch that on subtitles.
Dude, yeah.
I love Spanish anything.
The Spaniards are crushing it right now for Netflix. Like all of the shows I'm excited about. All the shows I'm excited about are from Spain. Yeah. Argentinians should get on it because hello. Then after that, Money Heist comes out.
Oh,
another Spanish show. It's so good, dude. It's incredible. The third season came out last year. They do this kind of annoying thing where, so let's say it's a full season, they'll do half and then the other half later. So it's not really a full season. It's like part 1, part 2.
Oh.
So they released season 3, which is really like part 1 of season 2. Maybe at the beginning of the year, something like that. It's been a while. So now they're releasing the next one in April, I think.
But like how many episodes and how long are they?
I think it's like 8 episodes, like almost a full season.
Oh, okay.
God, that show is so fucking good. And they left on a serious cliffhanger on the last one. Yeah, 8 episodes. Part 4 is coming April 3rd, sorry. I can't wait. It left on the biggest fucking cliffhanger. And then the third Spanish show... It's called Unauthorized Living. Dude, it's so good. It left off on a cliffhanger. Literally a cliffhanger.
Uh-oh.
Something happens.
Your eyebrows.
And there's a cliff involved. It's so good. That one came out a long time ago, like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I knew there was going to be a second season, but I was like, where? Because the ending could have been the ending, you know?
Oh, okay, so they wrapped it up just in case.
Yeah, I think so. And then I think maybe they got renewed and then...
Right.
But it's so good. It's so good. That one I think is coming out in May, possibly.
Too far.
I know. I want all my shows now.
Speaking of shows, I recently finished 2 separate Netflix.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you. I had some time. My daughter has been sick a few times, so Witcher.
Ugh.
So good.
I have to finish it.
Dude, no!
I haven't finished it. Every time I watch it, I just get distracted by him.
I know, dude.
And then I'm like, is he going to get on that horse? Is he ever going to get on the horse?
Oh my god.
He doesn't. I think there's one scene where he's like artfully on the horse, and that's it. I don't think he's ever jumped on that horse.
Maybe he's scared.
No, I think he would split his fucking costume if he tried.
His pants. Yeah, leather pants.
And even his like arms.
Oh my god, his shoulders.
This is literally what I do the entire time I watch the show. And I'm like, how is he moving like that? How is it not just like busting at the seams?
No, totally. It must be so uncomfortable.
Apparently he did. He did break through his costume a few times.
Yeah, he did.
I believe it.
What's wrong with us? We're just like totally like sexualizing. But it's not a bad show.
No, it's got a great plot.
It does.
Yeah. As an aside.
Yeah. Like as well. Like as a second note.
Yeah. You know, it's already great, but like just to make it better, it's got a good plot.
I really liked, so those of you who haven't started watching this show yet, there's not necessarily a spoiler here, but I feel like a lot of these characters are really good.
Yeah.
Like the actors who play the characters, like the main character, Yennefer, the actress who plays her, like I love her.
Yep.
I'm like, I was so enthralled.
Yeah.
And
it's
like
captivating.
Oh, so captivating.
It's also super beautifully shot, you know?
It is.
Like it's you can tell they put a lot of care into this.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of, like, technical aspects that I think that they really crushed in the show.
I agree. There's a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
Rather than it just being kind of... Because it's kind of like a take on Harry Potter and, like, Lord of the Rings.
We're going to get hate mail.
But, like, a sexier version.
I guess. Yeah. Like, if Harry Potter was, like...
Sexy.
That elf from
Attractive.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Legolas.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But buff.
Super buff.
Where did we get Harry Potter? We don't need Harry Potter. We
guess it's just
that.
Lord of the Rings. I guess the magic aspect to it, because Lord of the Rings never threw me as magic. It was
really,
I don't know,
like Gandalf and his staff and like everything. There was a literal like ring that controlled people basically, and then like the eye, the trees that moved. Well, I guess it's more fantasy. Well, it's all fantasy.
That's hard.
All fantasy.
Like, I don't know where the line of, like, I guess it depends on, like, what magic are we talking about?
I guess.
'Cause fantasy.
It's all fantasy. It's not sci-fi. So.
Right. So I don't really know where that line is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
It's not, because I guess the problem, because Harry Potter is so childish. You know, it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. So, like, I'm not dissing anything, but, like, it's very...
Well, because, it's, like, focused on kids. And, no, totally.
But with Lord of the Rings, it can be very gory. And, like, there's really no holding back, like, different or confusing, like, plot points or whatever. Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen Witcher, I would go.
It's really, really good. I will say, and one thing I'm glad I knew going into it, is that they don't explain anything when it starts. You're just in it, and you have to go with it and pick it up as you go. There's no, like, oh, yeah, this is what a Witcher is, until, like, later on.
Like, literally.
Literally. You have no idea what's going on. It starts, not a spoiler, it literally starts with him fighting this weird, like,
I can't even remember.
Giant spider thing with a gnarly face. And, like, that's the start of it. That's it.
Yeah.
So definitely be prepared to not know what's going on and just go along for the ride until you start figuring it out.
Yeah, and I usually like shows like that. I don't mind kind of being left to my own devices. I would say that Witcher would not be something I would normally watch.
Yeah.
So, and I really liked it. So
it's really good.
If you aren't like into the fantasy game, I would say give this a chance, because there's eye candy and good plot points and a good story overall. So
absolutely.
And then I also you're gonna fucking rag on me for this, dude.
What?
I think I already told you.
The Circle.
Dude, The Circle.
Everybody's fucking obsessed with it. I made everybody watch it because you told me how good it was, and then I kept seeing it on the internet, and I was like, oh, hey, you don't know what to watch? Watch The Circle. Have I seen it? No, I have not.
You always do this. You always do this.
I have to watch it.
It's quite good.
I've seen quite a few scenes. Relatively familiar with the characters, just from what I've seen on the internet. Yeah, literally through osmosis. I like, what's his name, who catfishes? I won't say who it is.
Yeah, spoiler.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But I love him. He's fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
I love, what's his name? Mike, the guy who's kind of like a Guido. He's fucking hilarious unintentionally, clearly.
Like,
but
totally unintentionally.
So funny.
There's something, for those of you who haven't seen The Circle, it hasn't come up on like your new releases for Netflix. This is like a Big Brother meets
Survivor?
Yes. Is that how I explained it? Yes. Big Brother meets Survivor. There's like games. There's a social aspect to this. I mean, like, really, the social aspect is 90% of this show. There's this real weird social thing that happens in your brain while you're watching this, and just kind of
like you're there with them.
Yes. The way that they interact with each other, they never meet each other. Mm-hmm. So it's all by social media.
Right.
And they have to talk through, like, messages. Mm-hmm. So, and, you know, like when you do it with Siri. Hey, Siri, send this message. And you do that the whole time. They're doing that.
Oh, see? She's in it. She's in the show.
Oh, my God.
You do it.
And I live by that.
He won a Grammy.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, the creator.
Tyler.
He won a Grammy.
Bless
and he looked like a bellboy from a Wes Anderson movie.
Bellhop.
Yeah.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Love him. Those of you who haven't seen it, give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. It's easy. It's an easy watch. It could be background noise as well.
Mm-hmm. It is a commitment. It's 12 episodes, and they're each 40 minutes plus.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true. It flies by.
I bet. It sounds fun. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Just, I have to get to there. What else? What else are we looking forward to for 2020?
One of my besties coming from Australia.
Nice.
In May. Our company is taking us to Disneyland.
That is true. That is true.
So, like, I'm not a huge Disney person, but my daughter's finally at that age where I think she's going to lose her shit. So that'll be fun.
That sounds excellent.
I feel like I haven't had, like, a good couple of years to just get into, like, routines of stuff.
Right. That sounds good. I don't have anything planned for this year. I'm just trying to make it through, man. Just trying to make it through. Now that the year is over and we're firmly in 2020, what were your favorite highlights of 2019?
Definitely buying our house. That was a fucking process. So having that just be over with really is a highlight. I never actually thought I would own a home ever. I never thought I would have the money, but let alone like everything that kind of needs to go along with owning a home. I never thought I would have that. So I think just having that has been really amazing. And then also kind of like trying to navigate that financial process as well.
Totally.
Like going, okay, here's what we can or cannot do anymore.
Right.
Trying to like navigate that. So highlight is buying our house, starting this podcast.
Hell yeah.
I think we forget we've only done it for a year, dude.
I know. Not even a year.
Not even a year.
Like realistically, it's been since July.
Crazy.
Wow, time flies.
So those are my two favorite things, I think. What about you?
Okay, so my highlight of 2019 was I sold 5 houses last year, and that was part-time because obviously I have a full-time job. So that was fucking excellent.
That's pretty amazing.
It's probably the only way I got through 2019.
Side hustle was super real there.
Mm-hmm. Like the most lucrative side hustle.
Yeah, for sure. Get your license, everybody.
Or just tell me and I'll sell you a house. But yeah, my other highlight is definitely starting this podcast. Like we've said a million times, we've always wanted to start a podcast, and we actually fucking did it. And I'm really proud of us.
Me too.
We stuck to it, and look at us now.
Our little baby podcasters.
I can't believe we actually did it. And like we've actually followed through on something.
I know.
Can you believe that?
No.
My favorite episodes, we talked about it in our highlight reel, some of our favorite episodes, but I really, really love the last 2 episodes we did before the hiatus.
So do I.
I just think those are so genuinely us. And those are questions I've had my whole life.
Yeah.
And I finally was able to talk to somebody about them.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. There's something about the last 2 episodes that we just really kind of hit our stride in those last episodes. Mm-hmm. A lot of the things flowed really well. So if you guys haven't been able to listen to last season's episodes, go ahead and check it out. Episode 23, episode 24, it puts a lotion on the skin, skiing, and tapioca-filled water balloons. They both definitely hit a high for all-time downloads, so you won't be missing out if you go check it out. Obviously, have some great content coming up for you this year, so keep it locked here. As always, please go follow us on Instagram at Like Totally Random, through our Facebook, Like Totally Random, or anywhere that you see us on social. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had a really good ending to 2019, and keep it here for 2020.
Thanks for listening, guys. Please be sure to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at Like Totally Random.